In this video we are going to look why Luo do not practice circumcision. The Luo people of Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania have historically not practiced circumcision, unlike many other communities in East Africa. Instead, they have their own distinct rites of passage that prepare boys for adulthood. The decision not to circumcise is deeply rooted in their history, cultural traditions, and spiritual beliefs. Below are 5 key reasons why the Luo have maintained this tradition. The Luo are part of the Nilotic ethnic group, which originated from the Nile Valley region, particularly from present-day South Sudan. Many Nilotic communities, such as the Dinka and Nuer, also do not practice circumcision. The Luo carried this tradition with them as they migrated southward into Kenya and Uganda over centuries. Unlike some Bantu communities that use circumcision as a symbol of transition into manhood, the Luo historically marked adulthood through other rites, such as acquiring responsibilities and demonstrating bravery. Their cultural identity has remained intact despite external influences, including interactions with circumcising communities such as the Luya, Kikuyu, and Kalenjin. Instead of circumcision, the Luo have traditionally used Jakamalo, a system of initiation that focuses on education and preparation for adult responsibilities. This initiation involves elders teaching young men about leadership and societal roles. Here boys learn how to make wise decisions, resolve conflicts, and contribute to their families and communities. Marriage and family responsibilities. Here they are taught how to take care of their future wives and children. Hunting and fishing skills. Here, since the Luo traditionally lived near lakes and rivers, boys learned essential survival skills such as fishing, farming, and cattle rearing. Through this non-physical initiation, Luo boys were prepared for adulthood intellectually and socially, rather than through physical alterations to their bodies. During the colonial era, British rule and Christian missionaries promoted circumcision in many parts of Kenya, especially among the Kikuyu and other Bantu groups. Some communities adopted the practice due to Western influence, associating it with modernity and hygiene. However, the Luo resisted this change and maintained their traditional beliefs. Even though the missionaries encouraged circumcision, the Luo remained firm in their customs. Some Luo Christians saw no religious justification for circumcision, as the Bible does not mandate it for Christians. To them, faith and morality were more important than bodily modifications. Unlike some communities that associate circumcision with cleanliness and reduced risk of infections, the Luo did not see a medical necessity for the practice. Their traditional way of life did not emphasize circumcision as a method of disease prevention. Additionally, circumcision involves a healing period during which boys cannot engage in physical labor. For a community that relied heavily on fishing and farming, taking weeks off for healing was not practical. This could explain why the Luo did not adopt the practice despite interactions with circumcising communities. In modern times, medical debates on circumcision's health benefits continue, but the Luo's historical decision was based on their environment, lifestyle, and cultural beliefs rather than medical reasoning. The Luo, like other Nilotic groups, believed that the human body was created perfect by Nyase, God, and should not be altered. Circumcision was seen as an unnecessary modification of the body that was not required for one to become a man. Their spirituality emphasized respect for the body. Altering the body was not necessary for one's spiritual or moral development. Ancestral traditions. The Luo held on to their customs and did not feel the need to adopt foreign practices. Some Nilotic groups, such as the Maasai and Samburu, later adopted circumcision, but the Luo have largely maintained their original beliefs. The Luo people's decision not to practice circumcision is deeply rooted in their history, cultural identity, and spiritual beliefs. They have their own unique ways of transitioning boys into adulthood, focusing on education and responsibility rather than physical rites. While external influences such as colonialism and interactions with circumcising communities have introduced new perspectives, the Luo have continued to embrace their traditional customs.